1 p.m. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Prime Minister has urged the international community to take urgent steps to facilitate a peaceful resolution of the Kashmir dispute. The Foreign Minister says Pakistan has sincerely played the role of a facilitator in the Afghan peace process. The Special Assistant on Information has assured the provision of every possible assistance for the rehabilitation of the quake-affected people in Azad Kashmir. In Afghanistan, the Taliban have lifted the ban on World Health Organization's activities in areas under their control. And now the news in detail. The Prime Minister Imran Khan has urged the international community to take urgent steps to help reduce the sufferings of Kashmiris subjected to a lockdown for 7 weeks. He was talking to his Norwegian counterpart Erna Solberg on the sidelines of the 74th session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York. Imran Khan stressed that it is equally important to ward off threats to peace and security and to facilitate a peaceful resolution of the Kashmir dispute. The Prime Minister highlighted the belligerent statements by the Indian political and military figures as well as their allegations of terrorism. The Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi says the oppressed Kashmiri people have set their eyes on Muslim Ummah to get them free from cruel clutches of India. He was talking to his Qatari counterpart Mohammed bin Abdul Rahman in New York. The Foreign Minister said the situation is very dire in occupied Kashmir as the people have no access to food and medicines. He said the entire world is protesting over the blatant human rights violations in occupied Kashmir. During the meeting, the Afghan reconciliation process also came under discussion. Shah Mahmood Qureshi said Pakistan has sincerely played the role of a facilitator in the Afghan peace process. He noted that peace in Afghanistan is vital for regional peace and stability. The Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi says a new humanitarian crisis is emerging due to India's unilateral steps in occupied Kashmir and the continuous curfew in the held territory. Talking to the media after attending the Gulf Cooperation Council Pakistan ministerial level meeting in New York, he said he has called upon the council to play its role in this regard. The minister said he apprised the GCC members about the deteriorating law and order situation in South Asia due to India's aggression. The Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi has urged the international community to play its role in immediately ending the blockade of nearly 8 million Kashmiris in occupied Kashmir. Talking to his Argentinian counterpart George Marcelo Fori on the sidelines of the ongoing United Nations General Assembly session in New York, he said the people of occupied occupation forces. In occupied Kashmir, normal life continues to remain badly affected in the Kashmir Valley and Muslim majority areas of Jammu region on the 53rd consecutive day today. According to Kashmir Media Service, due to the continuous curfew, people are facing scarcity of basic and essential items, in particular life-saving drugs. Resultantly, children and the elderly people, as well as those suffering from serious ailments, are badly hit. The clampdown has not only affected inter-district road connectivity drastically, but also posed great challenges due to the shutting of factories, industries, and other workplaces. The President, Dr. Arif Alvi, has stressed for exploiting clean sources of energy to meet the domestic demand without adding to global warming. He was addressing the Renewable Energy Summit in Islamabad today. The President said the government plans to increase the share of renewable energy to 20% by 2025 and 30% by 2030.
the government has talked about is 20% of the needs to be met by 2025 and 30% of the needs to be met by 2030 by renewable energy. We had thought, the world had thought, that nuclear fuel would be less of a burden on, because it does not have carbon emissions, it would be less of a burden on the world and would form a cheap source of energy.
The Special Assistant to the Prime Minister on Information, Dr. Firdaus Ashikawan, has assured provision of every possible assistance for the rehabilitation of the quake-affected people in Azad Kashmir. In a series of tweets today, she said the government and its institutions will not rest till complete rehabilitation of the quake-affected people. The Special Assistant said Prime Minister Imran Khan has expressed firm commitment for relief and assistance of the quake-hit people. The World Health Organization has handed over medicines and surgical equipment to Pakistan for the earthquake victims of Mirpur. A ceremony to this effect was held in Islamabad. The Special Assistant on National Health Services, Dr. Zafar Mirza, said the World Health Organization has always stood by Pakistan in difficult times. An earthquake of 4.4 on the Richter scale jolted Jhelum, Mirpur, and adjoining areas today. The depth of the tremor was 12 kilometers. In Afghanistan, the Taliban have lifted a ban on the World Health Organization activities in areas under their control. In a statement, the Taliban spokesman said they gave a guarantee of safety for World Health Organization staff, but also set conditions, including only doing health work and getting their permission before hiring workers. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link, facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.